So
What is
you
this red one?
are currently in the entrance to this dungeon. It's a room. There are several support pillars. It looks like it's built from some kind of sandstone. It looks very old and worn, and in the center of the room there's this big wooden medallion that looks much newer than any of the other materials in here. Looks considerably less worn. And there are some kind of sigils made of cast iron inlaid in its surface. And, see, who has the highest passive perception of all of you guys?
I have 15.
I think mine's
Oh, dear.
It might well be you
11.
then.
I think I'm 13.
What's passive perception?
Underneath your skills.
Yeah, underneath your skills, passive perception will be listed. It's basically your perception score plus 10.
I'm 15 as well.
Okay.
Where's it?
Down.
Oh,
Right here.
I'm 15.
Okay.
So perception, since this number.
No, no.
So it's right here. So
Yeah, I'm down there.
So all of you with a passive perception of 15 notice that this medallion is very slowly turning circles. It is very slowly rotating.
Ooh.
touch it, Russell.
Like very, very slowly. Like if you just glanced at it, you probably wouldn't notice it. But if you watch it closely for a few seconds, you do see that it is slowly turning circles.
Just the part in the middle?
Just that wooden medallion with sigils in it in the center.
We are going to die. All I have to say to that. Gonna be a glorious death.
Do what you want to do. You can do anything. This is D&D.
I want to go investigate the runes on the thing.
Okay. What would you...
Just see if I recognize anything, or if there's something strange about it.
Okay. What skill do you want?
Investigation?
Investigation would tell you something, maybe. You can try.
Maybe.
Like,
15.
15. You are not clear exactly on the nature of it, but you can definitely tell that there is a magical aura about these sigils. There is something going on, and but you can faintly hear, as you are looking closer, you can faintly hear the rumble of mechanisms that are turning it. There is something mechanical.
Magicanics.
Yeah.
Disney's engineering.
And Tamati is dancing on it.
Yes, he's doing so weird.
I thought it was going faster than it was.
Okay, where are we going, guys? We still need to find Cora.
We've got a long hallway off to the left and a big fat hallway up front. So,
Oh, there's pictures up here.
And also, just so you know, because your investigation was decent, you also were you could potentially know something about this with knowledge skills.
Oh.
So if you guys want to make knowledge checks of any kind, you can, which would be your history or arcana, religion,
yeah, can I
anything
do...
like that.
Oh.
Anything you can think of, you can make a knowledge
I'm
check.
gonna do a history.
my history's a -1.
Okay.
That'd be a bad
You can make a
idea.
history check.
Okay, it's 11.
Can I make 2 checks?
Would perception work?
Perception would not be that sort of thing. Perception is what you see, what you hear, what you notice.
Insight?
Insight is reading people,
Okay.
more or less.
And
It's
animal handling. That's what useful here.
Keeper's
Like that.
tools.
Are you surviving?
You want to mess with it?
Yeah.
Actually,
Intelligence
I
or
could
wisdom?
mess with it.
Terrible
Wait,
idea.
before they
What
break
was
it,
that?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
check.
How
Yeah,
it's thieves' tools to see if it's a thief area, so maybe some kind of mischievous.
Thieves' tools are the tools your lock picks and that kind of thing. Things that you would use to pick locks or to disarm traps or that sort of thing. So.
I'm going to intimidate all the pictures.
Yeah,
of
can
them.
I make an Arcana check to see if I can kind of gauge the magical nature of it, and
You
then a
definitely can.
religion check to see if I pick up on the
Yeah.
if there's any religious significance.
Everything you just said, I have -1 in.
Yeah.
It's
What?
I'll
terrible.
follow up
I
with
thought
history
won a
too.
game.
After that,
Yay!
Spine go.
cover those
I got
bases.
11 on the history.
Yeah, you're not familiar with
I
any
got
of this
a
at that
20 on
point.
Arcana.
Nice.
Boom.
So you can see that the arrangement of the sigils on this medallion indicate that it has something to do with summoning of some kind.
Oh.
These sigils are made of iron, which could mean one of two things. Either the spell is intended to summon a fey creature, because cold iron is a weakness for fey creatures and fairies and that sort of thing. Or it's meant to channel iron's strength into a spell, which would make the summoning more difficult to escape. You're not sure which of those.
Iron.
But this set of sigils, you can tell it isn't a complete spell arrangement, which suggests that it's part of a larger set of linked sigils. This isn't the whole spell that you're seeing. This is just a.
Oh, this
an
is only
element of it.
part of it.
This is
Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna make a religion check.
Okay.
Praying to God. Praying to God.
No, 12.
You can tell that these sigils do resemble some that were found in very old texts that were written in Celestial, but you don't know a lot about it. You've seen these things, but you don't actually read Celestial, and you're.
Does anybody else read Celestial?
I don't know.
Ooh,
is that
pick
one of
me?
my
No.
alien
Yeah.
languages?
I don't think so. No.
I am
Shoot.
smart, but I'm not that smart.
No.
Okay, it's a lie. I really am not that smart. Anyway.
So, Shara, were you going to make a check or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, poo.
What'd you
What's your
get?
range? What the filthy thing?
Natural 1.
No!
Yeah, you've like.
This is
Yeah.
really nice
Yeah.
wood!
What's your other roll?
I tripped and fall face first.
Yeah, you're not familiar with any of the architecture in here. You're not familiar with the magical nature of this medallion. None of this is familiar.
Try and take it apart.
I thought you were gonna do a history check.
Why are you
You
taking
did
it
do a
from
history check and you didn't find anything
Breaking
else from
stuff.
That's what I
I'm
did.
not breaking it. I have a really good tinker skill.
it. Yeah, you
Somebody
could give it a
tinker.
try.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You
Nope.
broke your screwdriver off in this stupid thing.
What are you doing?
Two natural ones, one from Shara, one from you. Holy cow!
This is
We're
why I
getting
don't
them
roll.
out of the way.
Nice.
I know.
Please get them out of the way now.
Nope, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, you.
I'm already a
As long
minus
as we're
one.
not like
you
gonna
pretty
break
much
something.
start examining. You nearly drop one of your tools down the crack between the the floor, and then you just barely catch it. Like, I'm gonna leave this alone.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Yeah.
That could have been a good thing if we blew everything up. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, we're done here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start moving, guys.
The whole city just
Yeah,
collapses in
let's-
on us.
Okay, so
House.
Nobody else
Right,
wants
left.
to make any
Mouse
more
says
checks or
left.
anything.
Nobody else has any checks.
I got a -1 to
I
everything. that
could make a
try.
history
Whoa, try to
check
get a dice roll.
You can try if
to
you
see
want.
if I had studied anything.
And I mean,
about it.
even if you don't have the skill, you can still try to make a roll. And if you get a good enough roll, you might know something. Even if
Doorway,
you.
doorway.
So.
No, 13.
Mm,
Ooh, scary. Where'd
Wait,
you
I
go?
did read
You know
that
what?
right. Yeah, 13.
Ah, get back here.
I'm gonna let you have advantage on that one.
Yes.
Because there is a potential that you might have heard about some of this in your travels.
Yes.
About some of what.
I think we just left everybody else in the dark. We should probably run back.
Okay, 17.
Okay.
That's
So-
why I was in the dark.
You're somewhat familiar with that. Hundreds of years ago, this area of the world was considerably less developed. Some historians record this as a possible site for what was called the Siege of Ceruviel. It was a minor but tactically important victory for the Rampart side in the Abolition War some 500 or so years ago. It was a big war between hobgoblins and gnolls and the tribal orcs and pretty much all the civilized people. And essentially, hobgoblin forces blocked in a mostly elven force led by a minor king named Ceruviel against the mountains that were occupied by tribal orcs. The elven forces fortified.
I got left behind.
Oh no.
I ran
Sorry.
Yeah. The elven forces fortified and withstood the siege for about 2 months and then miraculously managed to turn the tide and beat back the hobgoblin forces. Ceruviel himself was injured in that battle, and he retired and stayed in the area he defended to recover, but his rule there didn't last. By the time the war ended, he and all the men who had served under him had mysteriously disappeared. And in the chaos of the war, the other military forces just lost track of exactly where this battle had taken place, because there was so much going on. So this might be a site for that. Like, you remember hearing and reading a bit about this in your journeys, and this might be a potential site that could have happened.
Wow.
Like, some things match up with this.
I think we're gonna get some epic weapons in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! I'm left in the
I
dark.
can't get my gun
Ghost
battery.
army.
I'm lost.
Okay.
You might have to tell
And
me
see,
more
the
about
thing
it
about you
later.
guys, like, wandering off is that I can't tell you anything about it when I'm narrating something else. So, like...
Right.
Bad bag.
Well,
No,
I
just stay there. Just move everybody else over there.
Okay.
Okay,
Ah.
ready for show to go now? You guys,
Yeah.
do we want to go to the left or do we want to go up?
Yes, go to the left.
Let's go down the scary dark alley.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah, let's go left.
Charge!
all
Can I
together
see
now.
So,
down there?
as you pass a
Oh
door
my
on your
gosh.
right, and there's an open corridor on the left that is where you guys are heading.
So,
Should we check the door first, guys?
Ah! I would check anything if I could see anything.
Oh, this door right here?
Yeah, there's a door right there.
Oh my heck.
And,
Thank
let
you.
me see, is
Thank
that
Yes, I
door...
It was very frustrating for me too.
I
But they have
forget
to
if
go back
that
and
door is
select in
locked.
order to
I
move
believe
the
that...
character. But at least you can.
I believe that one is not locked.
Yes.
okay. Can I roll the silent opening of
now
the door?
open still for
Yeah,
everybody
you
else.
can roll stealth.
What kind of...
Well, if it's unlocked.
It's a regular wooden door.
Should we have her pick lock it?
Move out of the
It
way of the
doesn't seem
stealthy
to be
guys.
locked.
Go for it.
Locked. But I got a 9 for stat, so.
Yeah, for its stealth. So,
It creaks at some point.
yeah, it creaks a little, it clicks open,
It's a
and,
cat.
The door's open!
I opened it, yeah.
yeah, inside you see a room with a few suits of plate armor, a couple of practice dummies, one of which, looks a little worn, more worn than the
Can
other,
I-
like it's been used much more. And, there are several tables full of weapons in here.
Yeah.
Some of them are broken, but, the air in the dungeon is very dry, so none of them have rusted or anything.
Can
They
I
seem to-
make a check to make sure none of them are enchanted?
You can make an Arcana check to see if you
You
like.
can try. Yeah.
Like if anything sticks out to you. Any weapon that is enchanted, if you handled it, you'd immediately know that it was enchanted. But making an Arcana check would.
Well, I
would
mean,
be,
like, nothing's gonna jump out and attack us in here, is what I
Oh,
mean.
that's a nice one.
Yeah.
These suits of armor,
Yeah, they're just gonna come to life and chop our head off.
they're
What's gonna
just
happen?
waiting.
So if Mouse grabs a couple, and, like, fix them.
Nope. I got a 7 on that.
Yeah. You sense some magic from some of the items on the tables, but nothing from the armor.
Okay.
So can we tell if, just by being in the room, if these are like old weapons that are sitting here, or are they just kind of like average aged weapons? Because you mentioned rust, like they could have been there for a long time.
Yeah, none of them have rusted, but you imagine that they probably have been here for a long time, just because this is an underground structure. They have probably been chilling out here, but you're not entirely sure of that.
There's a great bow there.
Okay.
Probably the thing that would stand out most to Tamati here is on the center table back there, a gigantic, basically 10-foot long warhammer.
I'm there.
That's why I was describing it, because I saw you up there. It's like,
Ooh, what's this?
Oh, those lightsabers back there, by the way.
No.
Fine.
It's gonna take a little bit
Give me a
of somebody knows.
Did Mouse get up on the table?
She did. She was wanting a closer look.
yeah.
Let me just climb up here real
Yeah,
quick.
you can take it if you want it. It's,
Let's
I know I've
see.
got my silver great axe, but I'll take both.
Yeah,
I guess
take,
my guy's looking
take the
for
hammer, man.
yeah, as you pick it up, you can feel that it is
God, that
definitely
was
magical.
not
It's,
Got a magic hammer.
It's a big, hefty weapon. Probably you're the only person in the party that could even wield it effectively, because it has a haft that's 10 feet long. It's a big. It has 4 prongs on the point on the head of the hammer, so that it can deal quite a bit of damage. And it
Man,
actually.
we haven't even fought anything. Daniel's already getting all the loot.
Yeah.
Because I know what it likes.
And you can tell that with a weapon this size, you'd actually be able to use this as a reach weapon, which means that you'd
fantastic.
be able to strike creatures
trying
2
to
spaces
there.
away from you.
Oh,
Is this
But
Wizzywig?
using it as a reach weapon provokes opportunity attacks from anybody that's right up next to you. So
Is this Wizzywig? What you see? What you got?
Wizardy wig.
essentially,
Okay.
there various weapons around here. There are a few bows on that table in the center, and axes. There's an awl pike back there on the upper left
I
corner.
think my guy's too greedy. I'd almost go for the longbow, the crossbow, and the 2 hammers.
Are there arrows?
I'm just
in
gonna
here?
go shopping.
There are a few. Yeah, there's a quiver of arrows on the table and a few loose ones sitting out.
Can
Do
I
we have, like, a
snag
certain-
'em?
Yeah.
Do we have like a certain?
I don't think there is.
power
I don't think
archery?
there. Yeah, I was gonna
Do we
say,
have,
are
like,
there any other archers in the
Do
group?
we have
I'm
archers or
set up
how
for that, but
Whoever has proficiency in like that kind of weapon can use them, and I mean you can use them without proficiency, but you take
you suck.
Where's the,
Yeah,
proficiency
basically.
chart?
what?
Where's the proficiency chart?
Proficiencies are on the first page with all your other stats on the right, where your languages are listed. It should say like if you have proficiency in simple, martial.
I have proficiency in the longbow.
Yeah, so there is a blue longbow on the left that might
It's
catch your eye
blue. It's gotta be special.
Is it magic?
there. Are you
Touch it,
picking it
touch
up and holding
Yes.
it? You can tell it is definitely magical.
it's gonna be a
Okay.
And
short sword is your proficiency.
so both of those weapons are attunement, which means that you have to kind of hang on to them and sort of get used to them for maybe about half an hour before you really know their magical effects. So as you're exploring, you
Glad
might
I
be
let
kinda
this sucker go.
yeah, as you're exploring, you might be kind of looking them
How
over
many
in a little
arrows
while.
did I grab? Also.
You got about 20 arrows in the quiver, and there were 5 or 6 loose ones.
So-
We'll say 5, so
okay.
25.
I have 45 arrows.
Score.
Are there like throwing daggers?
There
Is there a name for this bow other than just magic longbow?
Yes, it's the iris bow.
IRIS?
Yeah. And your weapon is called the adamantine siege maul.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta write that sucker down.
Yes.
Where's my sweet weapon cache? It's right
So
there.
looks like I'm a dart slash
I'm gonna
dagger
spell
slash
arrow
short
with-
sword kind of guy.
Yeah, and unarmed because you're a monk, so you do a lot of unarmed fighting. But
You have to use a weapon.
I think Heidi's a dagger person too.
yeah.
Am I more throwing daggers or?
Daggers can be used for throwing or up close stabbing. They're a versatile weapon that
So say
way.
it one more time. Adamantine.
Adamantine siege maul. So
Hercules Mulligan.
yeah, up in it, loving it. But yeah,
What we need to do, Heidi, is we need to find you a belt that you can put your daggers in. That when you throw them at somebody, they'll just pop back into your belt, so you don't have to go find them after.
Yes.
yeah, there are
You
magical.
should use your magic powers and like.
I don't think I can enchant stuff, can I?
You can't enchant stuff right now. With crafting rules, you might be able to help with enchanting stuff if you pick up proficiencies in a couple of things. Because I've homebrewed in some
Yeah,
stuff. But
I'm not an enchanter yet, but
Would any of this armor fit my guy?
we'll look into it because I also want to make everybody like little
It's-
earrings that we
it's
can
not in
communicate
good
from and
enough
like
shape that
wander
you
around.
really prefer it to what you're wearing.
Critical Role's giving me ideas.
Like some of it you probably could put on. It's not necessarily designed for you, but you're already wearing
Nice plate.
pretty good plate. So.
Is there a fancy short sword on the table anywhere?
Yeah. it's right
There are a couple of short swords. If either of you pick up, there's one dagger on one of the tables. If either of you do pick it up, it's not a magical one. It's just a regular dagger.
Do you want the dagger? I'll take a short sword.
It seems to be nicely made, but it's not magical.
I'm gonna go
I'll
to
take a
the
short
door
sword.
and listen
I don't
for
take a
people.
What?
I'm gonna go to the door and listen just to make sure nobody's coming.
Okay.
While we're raiding the armory down
Good
here.
call.
Is that curved?
Yeah.
Told you to give me some
Yeah,
sweet
no.
weapons.
Is that curved sword a short sword too, or?
That curved sword is a scimitar.
Okay, I'll just take a short sword.
And there are a few maces, a few flails, a heavy crossbow, a bunch of battle axes of various types, that sort of thing.
I don't think I can carry much more than this.
I mean, you're the strongest person in the party. You can carry plenty.
How much can I
Hey,
carry?
what's that thing above?
You can carry quite a bit
Hey,
too.
what's
I
that
think,
thing
but
above the?
I think you're lower strength than he is, but you still could carry a reasonable amount.
What's the thing above the siege hammer mauler?
There's a couple of broken warhammers above
Okay.
it, above where it was placed. It's
So-
still shown on the map, but you have taken it. It's just not a token. It's part of the map. So
So is it okay if my guy grabs the heavy crossbow?
Magic arrow.
Okay, and then I think he wants 2 warhammers and an axe as well.
okay, yeah, none of them are magical.
No,
They seem to be
He's
nice
just grabbing
to have,
stuff.
though.
You
Yeah.
have
If
stats for
If
the
we're not proficient in something, is it good to grab something extra or?
Doesn't hurt. Like,
I'd only use them for
Well,
trying.
remember, all I've got is guns and a rapier, so I want extra weapons.
yeah.
I'm mostly a magic user, but I like bows.
Yeah.
So if I can have a magic bow, I'm gonna
I
take
might
it.
take one of the spears too.
Okay.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's an all pike over there, and a couple of spears.
How many bolts do I find?
What's an all pike?
An all pike is the one that looks almost like a sword on a spear handle right in the center of the upper left. It's a piercing, like a stabbing weapon, but it is hefty enough that you can block with it, that kind of thing. It is, I believe, considered a martial proficiency, so you wouldn't really know how to use it well, but
Is there anything else that have?
you could use it essentially as a quarterstaff and have proficiency as long as you didn't try to use it as a piercing weapon, but
Is there anything else that would have proficiency other than a short sword or?
the maces, you could use the maces, they're
Okay.
simple weapons.
Could you use a light? Are there any like light hammers? I think those are simple weapons too.
Yeah, a couple of the warhammers that are smaller are like light hammers that you could also use if you wanted.
Okay, cool.
Just grab as much as we
Yeah.
can, so that we just can.
Since I have the martial proficiency, I'm going to grab the all pipe.
Okay.
Cool.
How
I'll
do you
just
spell
I'll
that?
grab a light hammer.
It's AWL and then just pike.
Do you want like a
It deals 1d10 piercing.
dagger?
It's heavy and which
Right,
means that small characters like halflings or gnomes couldn't use it. It's a reach weapon, kind of like the warhammer that Daniel picked up. It's two-handed only, and it has a +2 to attack against anyone wearing chainmail because it's extra good at piercing chainmail. So if you come
I
up
didn't
against,
get all that, but
yeah,
it's in there.
it's in my notes. If well,
How many bolts do I find with the heavy crossbow?
You find about 15 crossbow bolts there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I have proficiency with a mace, like the chain balls mace.
The flails, I think that like the flails might be martial.
Oh.
Could you grab the
The
flails?
battle axe
Player's
is two-handed, right?
Huh?
The battle axe is two-handed?
Probably gonna roll
Yes.
a natural one.
Or
Smack
can
yourself in
my
the
guys
face.
use 2 of those?
No, they're two-handed.
Oh,
My toes.
there we go.
Trying to where?
It's the equipment page is in the middle.
Okay, it's
Here,
before the
hand it to me.
spells.
I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
But I
I'm
have-
getting better.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
proficiency
Doing
with
character
the
creation
scimitar,
with the
would I?
kids and getting better.
Yeah.
Oh, would those loose hammerheads be good for my guy to grab for spare metal, or does that not really matter?
You could use them. Yeah, you could use them
Okay.
as materials.
I'm just gonna write broken war part, or broken weapons.
Cut 'em.
David, would I have
Potatoes.
proficiency with the scimitar or no?
I don't believe so. I believe that's
Chuck it
martial, but let me look at the chart here.
Well, no, it's I can melt them down and make bullets.
Scimitar is where is scimitar here? Yeah, it's martial. Flails are martial. So you have like simple proficiencies, which means like clubs, daggers, great clubs, hand axes. There are a couple of hand axes here as well. Javelins, light hammers, maces, quarterstaffs, sickles and spears, or like light crossbows, darts, short bows, and slings. That's what you can.
So are there any of those other like missile light things I'd be good with or no?
Not really. No. I
Okay.
mean,
Why not? I'm gonna grab a flail as well. If my guy has to wait for it.
Okay.
So you said the light
Like the door
hammer.
entrance.
Was that light hammer or
The
light
door
axe?
entrance.
Light hammer. There are also hand axes here, which you would be able to use as throwing weapons if you wanted. Throwing or melee.
Oh, how many hand axes are there?
There are. I believe there are a couple, although they're not represented properly on the map. But there are a
Dang
couple
it.
Just
there.
one, but
Whatever,
there's
just dancing outside.
A certain number.
Yeah, there are two.
I can't even warhammer. I'm gonna try it.
Yay! So I got a short sword, a light hammer, and a hand axe.
I'm probably gonna lose some of these. At some
Was there one or
point.
two short swords?
There are two short swords
Okay, cool.
in here.
I'll grab one. Char gets one.
Okay.
Yeah, Char.
Did I grab enough?
And,
It's funny you're watching on your screen.
Okay.
You have like a spear.
yeah.
You got poke people.
She's out there watching the door like,
Well, do you
Is
want the
anybody
heavy cross? Oh wait,
Yeah.
you probably can't use a heavy crossbow.
But yeah, there
Body
are.
style.
We have short bows.
Like, if you wanted
Is
to
there
like
anything else?
try that out, there are a couple
There's
of
short
training
bows.
dummies in here. So if you want to like
Hey, Dave,
whack one
would, how do
of
you,
them with it.
would Mouse be good with a like a light bow and
Oh,
arrow?
can I?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like a light crossbow. There isn't a light crossbow in here. There is a short bow, and I think you'd have proficiency in. There are a few short bows in here.
A lot. Holy cow.
That's in the other armory.
Yeah.
Can I do a check on the bow to see if I can? Well, I guess I know it's magical.
Yeah,
it's not like
He said you'd find out over time when
Yeah,
you use
with
it.
Well,
with
that's fun.
attunement, you'll know the basic details of it as you attune to it. Like once you kind of gotten used to it. Unless you had the identify spell, you wouldn't be able to really
Dang
get the
it.
super details. But
way to go. Charge
that's what I need. That's what I need.
Okay.
It's a spell.
identify is a spell, yes. And
Can I see the book?
I don't know if you ever get it.
I was gonna say, can warlocks get?
Wizards can
Identify?
get it. I don't know if warlocks can pick it up. You might be able to pick it up with one of your class features if you get like to borrow a spell from the wizard list or something. I'm not
After
sure.
this, shall we keep hunting?
Well, let's go to the next hallway.
Oh, yeah.
Go down.
Okay, are we all ready to move?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
So Mouse, should we grab the long
Can I?
You grabbed a short bow.
short bow? I mean?
And you
Yeah.
got some arrows with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
how
go-
many arrows did she get with her
Yep.
short bow?
Well, before
Yeah.
we had assumed that you took all the arrows. There were 25 arrows in total. Do you want
Okay.
to have her
Yeah,
take
I
some
had
of them?
20.
No.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if I
shit.
give you 20 of the ones I found, that leaves me with 25 and you with 20.
And arrows can be used with either kind of bow, so you're not.
So here's a thought, guys. We might want to be like trying to check for traps every so often too.
Yep.
Be
They
in this
wouldn't trap
special
too
hidden
much.
dungeony place.
Looks like we already have 20
That many-
arrows.
Oh, do ya?
So maybe
Let's
we
see.
could just split it. How
Let's
many
see.
arrows do you have?
I picked up 25 and I have 20.
Okay.
So we have the same amount.
So,
So
how
we
about
could do.
I'll take 10 and you can take 15 since you found it first.
Okay.
Sounds
Sounds good.
Keepers. So out there.
So 35.
So 30?
Yeah. You ready to jump?
Were you gonna take a swing at one of the
I have to.
training dummies?
Yes,
Just
yes,
curious.
I wanted to shoot at one of them with
Yeah.
a
So
new.
we're going down.
With a new
this-
bow.
They roll for it? 20?
Yeah, make an
Yeah,
attack
come
roll.
on, get
Yeah!
Shar, you wrote down that you got a short sword too, right?
You piece of crap.
Well, your bonus is
Did I?
your
Yeah, there are two short swords, so.
So
your
he picked one up
proficiency
for you.
bonus,
Okay.
which I believe is +2
Oh, okay.
still,
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, it's
thanks,
not
pal.
short sword.
and your strength.
We can start fight again!
So strength is 4.
Yeah!
So +6,
My
so
dreams
you get a
come true.
14.
Wait, was it you who like broke her
So,
arm or something? Or?
Yeah, you
Do I just use my longbow
Who
stats?
was it who broke her arm?
like you
Shooting
find
the-
I didn't break
that
it.
like you just completely
I
demolish
sprained
it. It just smashes the thing completely in half. I'm
Something
not
I
even
don't
gonna
know.
I'm
Yes!
not even
in the
gonna make
face,
you roll
remember?
damage for it because you like you know
Let's
you
not
just
What was he
skip
saying?
over
And,
that.
The training dummy.
I was like, let's just see how this works.
Just decimated.
Yep. Just broke the thing.
and let's see. Did you hit the one that looked a little more worn or the one that looks like it's been used less? Just
Which one would would be the better one to choose?
It's up to you. It's,
The
I
one
use
that's-
I use the one that's more worn, just because I'm like, yeah, let's just see.
okay, so as you hit it, you see a little bag fall out of it, like where you,
Yes!
you broke it. And
All the
Some
way
stuff.
through! Yay!
so
Break the other one? Hello?
yeah, there's a small bag of 50 gold pieces.
Oh!
Take that, suckers!
Is this gonna be like Zelda?
Yeah.
Please not Zelda bots.
Okay.
Break all the pots.
I'm inclined to rage.
Hey, I
Everybody
want
clear
to
the room.
shoot at the.
It's gonna be dark. I'm just gonna start swinging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
So,
want to
uh,
shoot at the other one.
You do notice that that dealt more damage to that dummy than you expected it to,
Yeah.
actually. And so I'm going to give you, since you're starting to attune to it, you've all been looking around in here for a few moments. I'm going to give you a little bit of detail, and that is that the reason this is called a siege maul is because it always deals maximum damage against inanimate objects. So it's great for like
Oh.
this is for busting down doors and that kind of thing. And,
Yeah.
when we're stuck in like awkward cages.
yeah, like that
Yeah.
just that doesn't apply to constructs. So like
You're a construct.
yeah. So like
Prove me wrong.
because they are technically animate, even if they're not alive necessarily, or alive constructs like our friend Sameas here. He would take regular damage from it if you were to hit him with it. Not that I recommend that.
Wait, what if I was sleeping?
What?
What if I was sleeping?
Then it wouldn't be as
He's
painful.
not moving.
Yes. Inanimate now.
Then pray it's a 20. Like, seriously.
And
You'll never wake up ever again.
yeah.
Not your
Since-
one.
Since that tells you most of it, we'll say you pretty much finish attuning to it a little faster than you expect to.
Oh no.
It's
Sorry guys, sorry.
yeah,
Way to
it's since it's adamantine, it is made of an extremely rare and extremely strong metal. It is essentially indestructible. Like even forging this metal required like ancient dwarven and dragonborn techniques, and like you could go and you could dip it in lava and pull it out, and it would just like it. You wouldn't want to touch it; it'd be hot. But it would
So
be like,
if the silver doesn't work, just beat the heck out of the
I'm just
silver.
gonna squish it like a bug.
and
Hopefully
it,
I'll get a natural one, smash myself.
Light it on fire.
yeah, its damage roll
My
is
son's on fire.
2d6 plus your strength, so your strength modifier. So
Okay, I want to shoot at the other one. But
okay,
it didn't break.
yeah,
Do I just use my longbow stats?
yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Those are all my spells.
Oh, you know what? I just realized your bow doesn't require attunement. I have that in my notes, so
Yay.
you actually are able to pretty
Oh.
quickly get a handle on it. The iris bow, it. What color are your eyes again? I forget. Like your character's eyes.
They're gold.
Gold.
Golden.
Okay, so. Let's see.
Get back here.
I feel like I don't have gold on the list here of things. Brown would maybe be closest to gold, I guess. No, amber. Amber would be closest.
Amber would be closest. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you pick up the bow, it's blue sitting on the table, but as you pick it up, it turns amber, matching the color of your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And shots fired from the iris bow become bolts of elemental energy of an element based on the eye color of whoever's holding it. And because it doesn't require attunement, you can pass it around and it will change color and element.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
when you are using it, it deals lightning damage. And
Sweet!
Oh, yes.
Party weapon. That'll be so handy.
So
Holy
that would be
cow.
odd for my guy.
yeah, what color would your eyes be? That's the question.
I don't know. Probably an emerald green is my thought.
Yeah, then if you were to use it, it would deal force damage when you're. So
But they're
Well,
metal,
awesome. Okay.
yeah,
Shall we
it's
keep going?
So cool.
Oh, I'm already ready to go. Let's go down that
So
next.
tell me how I. Remind me how I use my bow again. Because I rolled an 8,
yeah.
and then it's my proficiency
Your proficiency plus your dexterity bonus or
plus
your
dex. Okay. So 10.
And is it not listed in your attacks there?
Here?
Yeah. Did we not put it down?
Yeah, it's dex. It says dex here, but that's all it says.
It should
So
have a
plus-
bonus.
Plus 4? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what it says.
is your dex mod +2?
Yes.
Then yeah, that
Okay.
would be correct.
So 12.
Yeah, it's like +4 both to your attack roll to hit and +4 to your damage.
Oh, okay, got it.
And so, like
Ah.
it's 1d8 +4 for damage of whatever
Oh,
element type your
it says-
eyes give you.
Oh. Because my longbow says 1d8 +2.
Yeah,
But
it's
The magic bow is 1d8 +4. Right?
oh no, it's
For
just
damage?
+2.
Is it +2?
Yeah, it's dex. I was adding in your proficiency, which I shouldn't do for
Oh.
damage. That was only
Oh, okay.
to hit.
Okay. So that's a 12 to hit. The
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah, you're able to hit. You are, even though you figured out what this does pretty quickly, you're a little surprised to see essentially a bolt. Your arrow transforms into a bolt of lightning as it's unleashed from the bow.
Yay!
And arcs forward and leaves a blackened mark on the
Woo!
dummy, and you can smell a bit of like singed straw from there.
Sweet.
Still standing.
You have to remember, I'm like not even half your. Well, I am a little more than half your size.
Still, it's a magical bow and arrow.
Yeah, you do deal a pretty solid amount of damage to it. You take a chunk out of it. It's
Haha.
but it's
Walking
not
down the
like
hallway, like hugging my ass.
Didn't explode on impact.
yeah, but yours essentially dealt an automatic crit to it, like because
I love it. Because it's
So-
awesome.
yeah.
Doors are not a problem anymore.
I need a door to smash. Quick, somebody find me a door. Who
Close,
cares about stealth? Let's go!
close the door to this room. I'll smash it over.
The door is not locked. No kidding. It's
There
locked.
are some doors that are very sturdy that even this would be hard to break them down with because
Yeah,
like
Aim
Is,
for the hinges.
because some doors, if they are very sturdily made and like really well hung, essentially they are.
so it's
Phrasing.
+2,
I'm
and
gonna-
then what's
but,
the lightning damage on the?
Yeah, if they're well made, like they might be hard to actually deal damage to because you have to deal a certain amount of damage in order to deal any damage to them at all. They're sort of special.
Oh, interesting.
But so
Smash the door down.
yeah,
Can we
What's
get
the lightning damage on the arrow? So I know for battle, for combat.
what do you mean?
Because do I get additional lightning damage for
No,
the...
it is just changed from piercing to lightning when you
Oh.
use this bow.
Got it.
If you use your regular bow, it's still piercing. If you use this one,
Got it.
it is just lightning.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a bow I can use magic with.
Yeah. And if you're a character that has two different eye colors, then you actually can pick between
Can
the two
you? That's
effects.
sweet.
Oh man, fun.
Or you can split the damage between the two types. And
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
so
I think for my guy, when he's moving throughout the rest of this, he's going to have the heavy crossbow ready to go.
okay.
So if we come into a
He's
room,
already
he's
welded
ready
into his
to...
arms. Like, it's
Yeah.
fancy.
It's heavy.
Did we go into
Yeah.
this other room over here?
No, we're moving over there to that hallway. We're going to go down that hallway first.
Oh, it's a hallway.
Yeah. It leads down to a room.
And...
The light's coming.
No,
Can you move my guy down there?
Nope.
I can.
please.
Oop. I just put you outside the
Some
map.
sort of like
For a second.
alternate thingy.
That's good.
Whoa.
What do we behold?
An
Yeah,
angel?
what is going on in here?
Yeah, you see, this is a mausoleum. There are several sarcophagi on
That's
small
your
stone
key
pedestals.
in a mausoleum.
I think I should
And
take off the
one
soft
of the sarcophagi is on a large dais with braziers full of coal and ashes on either side of it. And they're labeled in Elvish script.
Ooh, can I read it?
You can.
I smash it. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Elvish.
Yeah, so anyone...
Like a verbal.
Yeah, since a few of you can read Elvish, any of you that can read Elvish can see that the big main coffin is labeled Ceruvial Kathiri, which actually confirms your suspicion earlier from your
Yay.
history check.
Very suspicious.
The upper left coffin is labeled Tonre Dane. The upper right one is labeled Cathan Steelskull, which is a dwarven name. You're a little surprised to see that. The lower left is labeled Farland the Fury, and the lower right is labeled Aelio Feniri.
Okay, hold on.
So we're opening these
Let
up,
me-
right?
You can.
So,
They're very heavy.
I don't disturb spirits.
tell me again.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Left,
Respect the warriors.
left, right, top.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Top
upper
left.
left, Tonre Dane.
Okay, hold on.
I can see that for a
T-A-N-R-E-I.
Nope.
T-N-R-A-I.
R-E-I.
R-E-I. Dane. D-A-N-E.
D-H-A-I-N.
H-A-I-N. Then, what's on the...
The upper right is Cathan Steelskull, which is like Nathan but with K, and then
Nathan?
That's the thing
Steel
about
Skull,
dwarves.
just as it sounds.
It's like, my name is like it sounds.
yeah.
Nathan Steel Skull. Take that.
No, see, I'm
And then
curious
how
if
do you
they're
spell the
actually
name
in
of the other
these.
guy?
Like
Serviel.
Seruviel.
Yeah.
It's S-E-R-U-V-I-E-L.
I guessed right.
Yeah.
Saru.
Cathiri is C-A-T-H-I-R-I.
What would I roll for
C-H-
checking to see if these are
T-
trapped?
Or
Um,
C-A-T-H.
Just roll perception. And
Pet.
Okay.
C-A-T-H.
I-R-I.
19.
Yeah, they don't appear to be trapped to you.
Do
They're,
Tell
they,
me-
well, do they appear to be touched in any way?
no, they're very dusty. It doesn't look like anybody's really
It's a good old
looked at them
mausoleum.
in a long time.
Okay, I'll respect the dead since nobody wants me to move them.
Thank you.
They
Yeah,
are
thank you.
like you can
Dark, scary dungeon with ghosts. Enough said.
like
Don't
you,
need that crap when
you
we
can
go
open them with an athletics check if you want. Like you
Raise
don't
the lid.
you don't sense any like magical aura in this room or anything. You're pretty sure it's not haunted or anything.
And there's no reason to open up and
Could
steal
do like
their
a.
weapon.
I'm gonna just kind of say a little prayer.
yeah.
Fix the hell out on this and you just like roll.
Tell me the names of the two on the bottom. Bottom left.
Bottom left is Farland the Fury, F-A-R-L-A-N.
So we're just leaving this room then? Sounds
And bottom right.
For a what?
like we're just leaving
And the
this
bottom
room.
right is Aelio Feniri. It's A-E-L-I-O.
We
L-I-O.
might stop
Feniri.
Yes, F-E-N-I-R-I.
Okay.
They're all Elvish names except the obviously dwarven name.
Okay.
I'm just too terrified of crap coming out.
I
I don't know
No,
how
I
this game
just-
system works. If it's anything like Grasp the Sky, just
It was
no.
a summoning spell.
it's potential that I could throw that kind of thing at you sometime. Am I going to do that right now? You don't know, but like I mean,
Well, no. See, my thought is that was a summoning spell or something similar to that at that other area, and these 5 guys are here. The question is, are they trying to summon these guys back to life?
I'm not sure. But
So I'm curious if those guys are still in their sarcophagi or not.
yeah, you can open them. It would just take athletics checks to.
I'm looking in 10.
And what's your athletics bonus?
Well, 8 plus 2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're unable to move it. They're very heavy. You're like it would like if you stayed in here a long time, you probably could eventually move them, but just
I don't have a long time, so we'll go.
yeah, you
Let's get
like
moving. I got
quickly
20
you're not
minutes
able
left.
to move one. Well, which one were you trying to open?
I would have opened probably the top left one.
So the one that's labeled Tonre Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that one actually is a little easier to open. It's not sealed quite as securely as the other one, so you actually are able to budge it. And inside you see the skeleton of an elf dressed in a green soldier's uniform, holding a standard soldier's longsword over its chest, kind of like this.
But
That was the dwarven casket, though, right?
No, upper left is Tonre Dane.
Oh.
Upper right is...
is there anything that indicates
Oh,
that somebody's been trying to mess with things?
None
no, not here.
Okay.
Only
Other
your
than you?
handprints.
Well, no, they're trying to raise people. Okay, I'm gonna close it again, and then
Okay.
we'll go out.
As the hand grabs you.
Son of a! I knew it!
I can't move out of the map, right?
Nope.
No.
Unless
you're-
he pulls me out.
yeah,
Next fabulous
I can
turn
move
in
you
the
anywhere,
hall.
but like you guys of your own accord can't move
Okay.
outside the walls that I've placed.
Mouse,
so.
you ready to
Cool.
go?
I can see.
We should go back to that other.
Main room?
Yeah.
Or is there something?
Well, let's go check the hallway.
Follow the light source.
Wait. Let's take
Wait,
this
I'm
corner
stuck.
slowly.
Hold on.
Okay, so my guy's
Can I
gonna...
perception to see if we can hear anything?
Yeah, you can.
Put on my dice dice.
Why would you do that?
Why would I do such a thing? Can I just use this 20 that rolled out of the...
Sure. Why not?
Yes!
Wow.
Natural 20 then.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Yay! 20!
You hear what you've heard
Oh,
since
no,
you
for
first came
sure.
in, which is the distant grinding somewhere of some kind of mechanical
Okay.
something or other that you don't hear anything else. But as you come into this room, you see a large well with
Whoa.
a windlass for the bucket, which you crank to
Okay.
raise. But the bucket's on a chain, but the water level is actually presently all the way up to floor level, and it looks very deep.
Is there...
Interesting.
Quick, Russell. You made a medal. Check down there.
You can't die. Go.
Oh, I can't die, but... Can I
Is
make
there
it back
anything...
up?
Can
Yeah.
I...
We could
You can't swim, can
Well, actually,
you?
couldn't he grab
I-
onto the bucket and we could crank him up?
Okay.
Yeah, the rope
Do I want to get stuck at the bottom
Oh,
of the
wait.
well? Trusting you guys with my life.
Probably
I
not.
could
Okay,
climb
we can
back up.
You could climb back up, even if you
Oh,
couldn't
wait.
swim.
Oh, me. I have unending breath. I don't know if I want to get wet in my fine clothes, but I have unending breath, so I can hold my breath indefinitely.
Okay, Russell, bug.
My guy doesn't have to breathe.
Yeah, go for it, Russell. I don't know if I want to get wet.
Yeah. Well, if you want to do it, you're welcome to.
And it's not gonna take us that much time in the game.
Well, I don't have a light for down there, do I? Or does my guy have night vision yet?
That could be cool. I don't know.
You have
Sure,
night
this-
vision, don't you, Shara?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have dark vision?
Where's that?
I have dark vision, but I can't breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I might.
I don't have any of that crap, and I can't breathe underwater, so I'm just gonna stay down the hall here.
Where does it say if you have night vision?
Dark vision would be with your passive perception
grab
if you
me,
have it.
we jump
Okay,
in,
then
pull
no,
me,
I do
pull
not
me,
have
and
dark
work
vision,
your
so
thing.
it'd all just be black to me anyway.
I thought you did.
I would think you would from your
Yeah,
Hobbensheed.
from your Hobbensheed heritage, you should. If you don't, it's my mistake. Like,
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
you do have dark vision.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
Shara,
cool.
you
I'll
and me.
keep that in.
You're going to get cold. I won't care either way, but I won't be able to see much.
Yeah, I mean, if Russell's not gonna see, then I might as well take a dip.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm gonna take off like the necklace and the outer robes and take a little dive in and see what I can see.
Okay. So, let me see.
You see nothing.
It's just a well.
It's just
Unending,
Sure,
is
sopping wet for
unending breath just a feature, or is of your from being a monk, or is it a spell you have of some kind? I don't remember.
It's part of the Habanshid. No. That is from the
The Air Genasi.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see.
From
All right. So you swim downward, and it goes down a shockingly long way. You are swimming straight down for a very long time. Unless you decide to turn back, it takes you a full 8 minutes to reach the bottom of
Wow.
just swimming, and
My guy could have made it in one.
sink.
But it would have taken you
Nice.
20 to get back up.
let
Well.
me
Okay.
Oh, it's
Not
not
here.
1 second.
Does it all just look like regular well wall, or are there any like markings or anything that stands out while I'm taking this nice long deep dive?
Yeah, for a while it just looks like well, but eventually it transitions into a chunk of natural cavern that appears to have probably been just eroded out by water over time. And I am going to move you to a different part of the map.
What dang?
You are... I will grant you some vision here.
Okay.
Dark vision, so you can actually see where you are. You're on the lower right side of the map.
Yeah.
And,
Can any of us see what she's seeing?
No, because none
only
of us
she can
jumped
see
into
the
the
light.
well with her.
Oh, okay.
And,
This is so cool. I'm
yeah,
so glad I decided to
I
get
don't
wet.
have an ever-burning torch.
Yeah. You're down in very dark natural cavern. It narrows as you go along through it.
Yeah.
Until at its narrowest point, it's about 5 feet wide. And then it narrows down enough that you can't move any further. And at the very end, you see a tarnished brass key.
Like it's sitting there, or is it in like a lock or something?
It's just sitting there.
Take it!
The key.
Okay. Along the way, you did see a little side passage that is not shown on the map, but it looks a little narrower than you'd prefer to go wandering off into, and it doesn't look entirely safe, but you can see there is a little branch.
Other than it looking unsafe, do I see anything else in that branch?
No, it goes on to the point that your dark vision diminishes and you just see darkness. It appears to go a ways.
Okay, well, I will call that good and go take another 8-minute swim up to report.
Okay. By this time, the others might be getting a little worried.
Yeah.
She's been down there a
Jump out
while.
while you say ooga booga and scare us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have explained before I left that I'm not, like, I could be a wow and
Yeah.
not be in trouble.
Actually, since you have dark vision, I'm going to leave that 60 feet of vision on you,
good.
because you can see... and I should give that to you, too.
I have that
Lucky.
too.
Sweet.
Yeah, the half-elves would have that, so...
Stay with her.
Yay!
So I come back up and I'm like, look what I found! It was so deep, but at the bottom there was this cavern, and at the end there was this key just sitting there.
That's. You
Anything
think
else?
maybe?
And it's iron.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
maybe.
They would have reported.
Like,
Maybe it's because somebody didn't want people getting into whatever the lock goes to.
Yeah, wherever the lock
There you go,
is.
so you know
Yeah.
how the
We'll see.
dark vision
I'll
applies.
just keep it handy, so
I think we should
Yeah,
check
hang
the
on to
find
that.
an
guy
interesting
again.
lock. Or, yeah, let me
To
know.
the back to the crypt. You want to see if there's something in there?
We never looked for a keyhole.
That's true.
That is true. Sure, I'll go back to the crypt and see if there are any keyholes. Roll for my
Yeah, roll
Perception?
investigation.
investigation. Excellent.
That's not good.
2.
Not a good roll.
Jeez.
Yeah, you
See,
don't
nothing.
find any keyholes of any sort here. These they appear to be held shut purely by the sheer weight of the lids.
I meant inside them.
Well, if you want to
Pretty
open them up, and,
mausoleum-y.
I have knife.
But it's good
You
to
wanna
check
help
with a
Daniel?
2. Sheesh.
Where is everyone else?
Right back to the sarcophagus.
Does someone else
Daniel's like, nope, I'm good.
Nope, I'm good.
Well,
You bad
let's see.
spirits.
if you take a few minutes here, which
Yeah, I think I'm gonna open up those and try and look for something that would require a key.
okay.
Keep
Does anyone else
impulsively.
have a better investigate too? I'm curious.
Yeah, as you take a few minutes to kind of manage to pry them open, you look first back through the one you already opened, Tonray Dane's coffin. You don't find anything unusual in it as you spend a little bit of time looking. As you open Cathan's
Oh, I just
Steel
realized
Skulls,
I'm the only one in this room.
yeah,
Don't die.
yeah. Technically, Russell is in there right now too.
Yeah.
But
He's just not in here.
I can't move my character back to this other room.
where are you on the map right now?
He was up by the well.
Yeah, I was gonna say back by the way.
Let's see. I'm trying
Hey, you're both grabbing me.
to.
Watch.
Up that good.
I'm not grabbing him right now. I was trying to find him, and
Oh.
and Roll20 is being very slow right now. Holy cow!
Ooh, I can change my color? Cool. Ooh, what does that do?
Oh my goodness, Roll20 is moving so slowly.
Ooh.
Anyway, you open
What would I
Kathan
say?
Steelskull's coffin. You find inside the skeleton of a dwarf dressed in mirror-polished heavy plate armor that has green inlays in the shape of vines forming complex knots all over it. Over its chest, the skeleton is holding a mace, and like a mace in one hand, and a holy symbol in like that is the symbol
Oh, he was the cleric.
of the symbol of Tyanel, and in the shape of a hexagon. And you don't find anything else in there. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly unusual there. You open Aeliofiniri's coffin next, and it contains the skeleton of an elf in very fine midnight blue robes. Over its chest, it's holding a gilded tome encrusted with sapphires and amethysts, and it is very, very fancy.
Ooh. You said it's a tome?
Yeah. As you pick it up, it feels magical to you immediately.
Oh, my guy wouldn't disturb anything yet.
Yeah. Even if you just kind of brush against it as you're opening the lid, it
Yeah.
feels magical. But
I'd ask her to come take a look at it then.
Okay, I'm coming.
But then I'd move on to the next one.
yeah,
It's magical. I don't need it.
yeah. So do you want to make
Which-
an Arcana
or wait,
check?
Which one was that?
Was it in any
It's
languages?
Aeliofiniri's coffin.
Was it in any language that I knew?
If you open it up, it's written in common.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay.
And you want me to make an Arcana check?
yeah,
Okay.
and
I'll use this one because it's been doing pretty good for me tonight. 13.
that's good enough.
Good.
Yeah, it definitely strikes you as magical even as you take it in your hands, and as you start to sort of glance through it, you can feel the magic running between the words.
Ooh.
This is a tome of leadership and influence. If you study this book for a total of 48 hours within a period of 6 days, it will permanently increase your charisma by 2, even past the cap.
Oh my gosh, can I have it?
Oh,
If you want to take it, you can take it.
Man, I need charisma.
can we like?
And the
Take
zombie
turns
hand
with
reaches
it?
out, grabs your face, whips
Um,
it down. Oh, damn.
Once you study it, the magic
Hold it,
the
dang
magic fades from it for 1,000 years, and it is not usable for
Once
that
you
purpose
read
again.
it?
100 years, not 1,000. Yeah, once you
Bummer.
read it, the magic fades for 100 years, and it can only be.
Okay. So this is the Tome of Leadership?
Yeah. And
Score.
you move on to Farlin the Fury's coffin.
Mm-hmm.
As you pry it open, you find that it contains the skeleton of an elf with very common leathers and furs, and over its chest it holds oddly a gold-plated shovel,
What the heck?
How interesting.
which also gives off an aura of magic. And
My guy's trying to grab that because
He's the shoveler!
okay,
Yeah.
Well, no, he's looking
He's
at
the
the
gold.
gold.
Digs his own
Digger.
graves.
yeah. So yeah,
Use it
this
for a hat.
this
you
is
want me to
it's
No, I
check
need
it?
gold filigree armor.
yeah it's a magic item which requires attunement before you'd be able to
Okay.
know what it is.
So gold shovel of magic.
Yeah, it has a sturdy hardwood handle, and yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else particularly interesting about this coffin.
Okay. So
The
then
shovel.
the big coffin.
And then the big one is Ceruviel, the king, which you'd know a little bit about that story as well from your.
It'd probably be something I heard about just in the news.
Yeah, you probably were alive and around during the Abolition War, and so you probably heard about his.
I probably would have said something nice before I opened this one.
Yeah.
Now let's get to business.
Yeah. And
You're
inside
a good man.
inside you find the skeleton of an elf wearing very fine green robes, like emerald green. The skeleton is holding a silver crown with an emerald set in the front over its chest. And tied around the skeleton's neck, you also see a key.
Ooh.
It's an iron key. It doesn't resemble the brass key that she found.
Okay.
Oh, mine was brass. I thought it was iron.
It was brass. Tarnished brass key.
Oh, okay.
Are we?
Okay.
Is it bad to wear a crown?
All I can think of is Snowball at the end of Frozen.
Yeah.
Puts the crown on.
Ah.
Hold on, see, I'm thinking of taking the thing from the dwarf because that seems magical. Or it has some purpose. The crown,
You think you're a noble anyway.
I think I'm a noble. And this guy is probably a reacquaintance of some sort.
Yeah.
He was a war hero, so at the very least you heard about his...
But I'm not really stealing. I'm just returning
It's
it
already
to a
dead,
better place.
so.
It's not really stealing, it's
So the
grave
machine
robbing.
It's more of the looting.
Okay, so key,
Tomb raiding.
crown.
Tomb raiding. What is the definition
I'm
of the game?
taking the crown. I'll put it in
Okay.
the bag. I won't wear it yet.
Alright.
Yeah.
And,
Once I regain my throne.
yeah, this,
And then the dwarf had that thing. Did it actually have magic with it, or
it was just a holy symbol, it wasn't enchanted or anything.
Okay.
Ceruvial's skeleton also has a scabbard tied to it with what you quickly recognize is a replica moonblade, which moonblades are incredibly powerful magical artifacts, but even upon touching it you can tell that it's just a replica because it's not magical. If he did possess a real moonblade, that would have been priceless and nobody was going to bury him with it. They're magical weapons that choose their next bearer after the one dies.
I think I'll still grab the moonblade.
The replica, okay.
Okay, I'm going back to the other room.
There are a line of 6 runes on the blade that are some form of ancient Elvish.
And I just laughed.
And they're
Ben!
ancient Elvish, so even if you come back, you are not quite able to read them without making like a history check or something.
And how is that
I can do
armor
that.
looked at? Oh wait, it's a dwarf armor.
Yeah,
Or
it
normal.
wouldn't fit you.
Okay.
Not quite your
I'll
size.
leave that be.
Do you want me to do that history check
So
on
did
the
you
Elvish?
steal the dead guy's crown?
Yeah.
Yes.
and his sword,
That is so.
and the key from around his neck.
We need the key.
He's
Okay.
not using it.
Let me explain. We need the key. The emerald may have some powers that help us later on. And the sword also has emeralds on it and may also be useful for something.
And the crown just makes him look fancy.
And he's
The emerald may
chaotic
have-
neutral. He's like,
Do you want me to do that history check on the runes?
I would like a history check on it to see if it says anything.
Okay. Let
So
me see
good.
what I
history
can
or
do for
arcana,
you.
in fact.
It doesn't matter. They're the same.
I have a -1 on both, so it would make a difference.
You can try. And I failed.
And 1
I'll
natural.
Natural 20. Well, I still don't learn anything.
I'll do an arcana check.
Okay.
20.
Okay. So these are ancient Elvish name runes. Each one of them represents one of the sword's wielders throughout history.
Wow.
When someone actually is the bearer of a moonblade, its name is magically engraved on the...
Ooh.
And you are able to read them from the hilt upward. They read Miraxilim Melir, Tearis Raphael, Iluin Omasine, Alavirin Eon Menor, Kelris Yaldithia, and Ceruvial Kathiri. You don't need to write them down. I have them in my notes and I can give them to you if you really want, but I don't want to spend like 5 minutes telling you how to spell all of them because they're long Elvish names.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They're just.
Oh, just for a note, I've played Fallout, most of those, so
Yeah.
if that explains my playstyle.
yeah.
This will be useful later on. I know it.
Yeah. Are you going to be kind of trying to attune to that shovel as you... oh, battery's very low.
Charger's in the.
I will at some point.
Yeah, or you can be doing it as you're exploring if you want.
Yeah.
to.
I still want the crossbow out. And actually, I need to get
Oh,
going.
Shovel, tell me your secrets.
Is that bad?
Yes.
We're only going to be playing like half an hour more at most before.
Hey, when you
Okay.
go up, you know, at least in the living room, so be super, super, super quiet.
So is this another door in this main foyer with the plate on the ground?
Hold on, gotta plug in the laptop.
I don't know where we plug in this side.
I'm not sure. Is there an outlet somewhere nearby, Chris?
You can unplug this one because mine's at 90%.
Is it gonna reach that far?
Reach to where?
That.
So, if I do shoot my crossbow off, let me know.
Yeah.
And then I can
I
send
like
you a
it.
list of what my guy took.
Commando call.
Yeah.
She's like,
This
I
one.
meant when I
Yeah,
was making
you
our
can do
dinner.
either, but mine's at 90%, so whichever one you pull, it's not a big deal.
And apparently I should have taken that tone.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Well, she's got it
Oh, there's
now.
another one behind the
Well,
piano.
no, it's like, my guy has no charisma.
That
at all.
unplugged it.
My bad.
That's
As
Yeah,
much
man,
as
I'm
I'm
like-
missing.
Yeah, that
There's
one's
one
not
behind
close
the piano
enough. We're
here.
not going to be able to. Let's try the one over there.
You
Yeah.
guys done?
Sorry, where?
Oh, I have to
Behind the
go to
piano.
work real quick, and then I'm going to go
Oh.
home, go to bed, and then go back to work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, tonight's going to be kind of a short night because it was.
We're going for another half hour when we're done.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sort of short notice. We were trying to pull it all together last minute.
Well, hey, we found 2 keys.
And I got a sweet
And
siege
some
maul.
Oh,
For real.
showing respect for the people that were my peers, I do clean up the dust off their graves
Okay.
and then make it look nice.
Alright.
Walking off with their money.
Holy cow, the laptop is going so slow all of a sudden.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just, it might be the.
Bye.
See you, man.
I'm honestly surprised we pulled this off tonight.
Yeah. Even for a partial.
Especially for meeting in person, most of us. Like,
Yeah. Even for a partial session that is not going to get us too far into the dungeon.
Let us know what weekends are best for like keys and
Yeah.
stuff for September and October. Because we plan on coming up once in September, once in October, and then that will be it until the snow is gone.
Okay.
Snow's the best part.
Yeah, we can probably get Mom to watch them or something if we need
Yeah.
to, so we are
Okay.
fairly
And
reasonably
like if you
open.
have any other plans, like
Yeah.
maybe like let us know.
I mean,
we definitely can't do Comic Con.
Because
Huh?
oh yeah,
Comic Con weekend, so.
area of Comic Con, and then Labor Day will we're
No,
greatest
we're
day.
coming to Comic Con too, so.
That's true. Hey, let's keep playing.
You gotta come to Comic Con no matter what. This year.
Are you coming?
I have to now. Everybody else is going.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone's doing it.
Everyone's do- my costume's terrible, but I'll do it anyway.
It's super fun.
Everyone's
They've
doing
got
it.
a lot of cool stuff there.
Shara, where
This
do
is
you
registered for it,
live
huh?
again? Shara?
Wyoming.
Wyoming. So
North Central-ish. Wyoming. Tiny town.
It's like 5 hours.
It's
4
like
hours.
5 hours. From Mexico.
It takes about 8 to 10, depending on how
Eight-
well
eight to
drive
10.
goes with the kids.
Wow. So probably not coming for Comic Con.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, is it like in
To Salt
September?
Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a new baby to be dealing with, so I'm not really going anywhere. Anyway,
What are you
Yay.
doing?
September 1st. So,
Wow.
Like, soon.
Congratulations.
Wow. So how many weeks longer have you done?
I figure our next game will probably be an all-call-in game again, and I'm actually looking forward to that because I think my computer handles Roll20 a little better.
Zowie.
No, it's fine. It
So are
is.
you like 38 weeks?
Yeah.
So you could like pop any minute then. So
Pretty
if
much.
we can't
It's
get a
not,
hold
it's
of
not
you,
my
then we'll
trend,
know why.
but that is technically where the zone we're in.
Labor Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Good
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway, we don't have much time. We should.
Okay, go. Let's go down
Is
this
this
hall.
a door in the main room?
Yes, on the right side.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a door.
Can I smash it?
Trap? Is it locked?
Is it trapped?
It's.
Don't worry, my smash will just blow out the lock. The strap. So incinerates the whole room.
Well, we
you
need
you
a
can smash
perception
it
check
if you
for
really
that.
want.
Just do
Can
it.
I make
I
a
usually
have a
perception
little more
check
finesse than
on
that.
the door?
Anything.
Can I do
Yeah,
a
make a
perception?
perception check.
Do you want to do one too, in case mine is bad?
Sure.
Yeah.
How do I roll on this thing?
Just use
Never
one.
mind.
Left hand side, little dice.
22.
Left hand side.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
it's not
Thing over
trapped.
here? There's a
It's
little dice
not
box.
locked either.
Oh,
Okay, let's go in.
hey, you want to break this door?
Yeah.
Enter
It's
food. No!
it's not locked and it's not trapped. So.
Well, he got a
There's
cool
no
new
need
hammer.
to
Let's let him use it.
property, guys.
But if
I
you
don't
do that,
mind
then
doing
people
this.
like.
There's not gonna be gold coins in the
around,
woods.
you
True.
want to leave, and we
There you go,
already
go to
created
the door.
an entire
There might
room.
be. You don't know.
How much noise do you want to make? Is the
It's
question.
speculation.
Yeah.
but
I'm excited for my
fairly
hammer, but I'm
confident.
not that excited. If it's an unlocked door, it's like, where's the? There's
Where's
no skill
the fun
involved
in
in
that?
that. So just open the door.
Save it. Save it.
All right, you
It's
open the
unworthy.
door.
Run inside.
Ooh.
So
Like
this
a
is
throne room.
this is very clearly a throne room, yeah, an audience chamber or something. It's a bit small for a throne room. It contains a throne on a raised dais with a red carpet down the center of the room, some
Wow.
candelabras near each of the pillars in the room, 2 suits of armor down on the southern side of the room near a collapsed passage. One of the suits of armor is sized for an elf, and the other is sized for a dwarf. The elf armor is holding a sword, but the
Whoa,
dwarf
I found a passage.
but the dwarf armor's hands are empty. They are positioned to look like they should accept something, but they're missing.
Can I take a look at that?
The dwarf, like the giant hammer.
The elf armor?
Nope, that's mine.
Yeah, it's,
Just speculating. Just throwing it out there.
I have the sneaking suspicion that this, like, used to be his, like, castle.
Yeah.
This
This could
his
totally
name?
be his castle.
yeah. Ceruvial. Yeah. I spelled it funny the second time I spelled it.
and
Ceruvial.
there's up on the wall on the upper left, there's an odd painting of a tiger with its mouth open.
Yeah, I
And
can't see.
there are tapestries against the walls depicting various things.
Can
I like how you
do
said
an
odd
investigation?
Yeah.
Investigation
It is
check
like
to
visibly odd. It seems to. It's not. It's a little inexpertly painted. It looks almost a little amateurish.
Can I do an
He did it himself.
investigation check to see if there's anything like suspicious about like the placement of the paintings?
Yeah.
Or
Just to get the crap
trying
out of it.
to pick out puzzles if we can find them.
Yeah. Make an
Yeah.
investigation check.
I have learned my lesson. Investigation?
Yes.
10.
Okay. As you look closely at the painting, you see that
Paint is still
the darkness at the back of the tiger's mouth is actually a keyhole in the painting.
Oh! Try your key first.
Who's yours?
Sorry.
Is there more
Zafine,
than one?
come try
Russell,
your...
yes.
Yeah,
Use the
just
king's
one
key.
keyhole.
Ooh, yeah, the king's key.
Yeah,
Iron
use the
key.
king's key. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah. Sameas gives it a try. It does not fit the lock.
Damn.
Okay, try yours now,
Okay, I'll
Zafine.
Ka-chick.
Yeah, yours doesn't fit the lock either.
Ugh,
Dang
still
it.
not...
Wow. More keys. Okay.
Okay.
And
Is
they're
that like a shield?
Do you want to try and pick it?
what now, Chris?
Can you smash it?
Just
Okay.
next to the
Yay! Mouse is gonna try and pick the lock.
altar thing.
Peekity lock.
It looks like a little like flower.
Oh,
That would
those are like braziers shaped
Okay.
like flowers holding candles. They're stone candelabras in the shape of
Okay.
flowers. They bear candles made of red wax on their petals.
Were you gonna try and?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can I try picking it?
Picking the lock, you can try. Make a thieves' tools check.
I love when you say
Oh,
that.
mouse.
You can try.
You can try anything. It's D&D. You can do whatever you want.
It's I rolled on the thing and got a 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
you aren't able to make you nearly snap one of your lock picks in it. It seems like
Yeah,
it's
I got a 2 as well.
Yeah,
It's just
it seems like a very well made lock that would be very difficult to pick.
You and me, we should switch tips and tricks.
Yeah, you nearly managed to snap a lockpick off in it, but you pull it out unscathed.
Okay.
Good call.
Oh, so we're missing a key. Can I look around the throne?
Yeah, you can look at whatever. It's D&D. You can do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate around the throne, see if I can.
Wait, did we miss
Find
the room
anything.
up? So from the entrance when we go up and then to the first right, did we miss a room?
Up and where?
Why?
So,
Oh, up and to the right.
Seriously, why don't you pick
Yeah,
the lock with that?
there's a door there. You
Pick the crap out of that lock.
haven't been there that.
Oh, okay.
you
Watch
haven't
there
even
be
looked at that
nothing.
door yet. You haven't gone up that way yet.
There's a
Um,
secret door with no lock.
Natural 20 on the investigation on the throne.
I want your
Need a
dice.
super fancy.
Yeah, you
Man.
like these are very fine rugs, and the throne
this
is
so nice.
the throne is actually surprisingly pretty humble for a king's throne. It's not really made of anything too fancy. It's just wooden, and you don't find anything of particular interest around here, but there's
I knew it was gonna go to waste.
yeah.
Natural 20. You hear nothing.
Yeah.
Should we maybe keep looking around to see if there's like another key
Yeah.
or something?
Should we go look at this hall that's down here? There's a hallway over here.
Hmm.
In the same room?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of over
It
this
looks like
way.
it has a door at the end. Is that what it is?
Yes, there is a door.
Is it locked? Can I do a check?
Yeah, that one is locked. It is a very heavy-looking door. This one is like reinforced with metal.
Can I check for traps?
You can.
That's perception, right?
Yes.
24.
Yeah, it's not trapped,
Okay.
but it is.
Hey, Tamati.
Yeah.
We have a door for you.
Hey, Master, come shed some light on this.
We're not going to be like Vox Machina struggling with
Go,
doors.
swing.
Considering the placement of this door, Sameas is suspicious of this and takes the key that he found in Ceruvial's coffin, and unlocks it. It clicks open with the key.
Whoa, okay.
And
Yeah, like-
Spinning the hammer around in my hands.
Ooh.
It's his room.
yeah,
There's
this
a book on the floor.
I have
Yeah,
no
I was just going to say, there's something over here.
yeah, this is a royal bedchamber. It appears to have not been touched in a very, very long time. Clockwise from the upper left, you see a big plush green chair. There's a coffee table with an elvish poem inlaid in it in gold leaf with a book still lying open on it.
Oh.
I have no light source.
And there's an enchanted liquor cabinet that keeps its contents in stasis that contains a few bottles of wine and stuff that you suspect they would still be drinkable because they're held magically in stasis, so these would be extraordinarily valuable by this time.
We survived, guys. Let's bring them out.
Yeah.
And
Just gonna sprawl out on this bed right now.
a finely crafted green rug across the center of the room. There's a tapestry depicting an elf woman holding a baby along the upper wall. A nightstand, a canopy bed with a footlocker, which is locked. If any of you check it.
The dresser?
The footlocker.
Oh,
the foot of the
okay.
bed.
That red thing at the end of the bed.
I can check it.
Yeah, and
Try a little key
Perception?
first.
you just try to look at it and it's locked.
Oh, okay.
You perceive that is locked.
Okay.
And
Which is what I just told you.
yes. And where was I in this list of things? There's a tapestry on the other wall that depicts a peaceful-looking moonlit city, a writing desk, and an armoire containing fine green robes. It's just kind of open. You can see them, like it's left partially open, and yeah. So
Can I do... I have a suspicion, but can I do like a history check on the woman in the painting if I know anything about her?
You can try.
You can
I
try.
also look under the bed and see what's underneath it.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
they're,
pretty small.
they're dust bunnies under the bed.
Natural 20.
Just curious.
Natural
doing good
20
on
on
these
this.
investigations.
Yeah,
There's a little plaque that tells you all the information about
you've seen paintings of this woman before. This was Ceruvial's widow, his wife. You can't quite recall her name off the top of your head, but you recognize her. Like her son actually did not survive the war. Sadly, the infant son did not survive the abolition war, but she did, and she may actually still be around. She was fairly young at the time of the abolition war, so she may still be out there somewhere. Elves live a lot longer than other people. So.
Did you say the little red thing at the end of the bed was locked?
Yeah, the footlocker.
I should take it.
Can I have it?
Yeah, thieves' tools.
Take
check.
away, mouse.
Is it a
Do it, do it.
my roll? Do I need to like add?
You'd add your Thieves' Tools bonus, which is at the bottom of your skills. 15 is actually exactly what your total would need to be for you to open it, so you've got it.
Oh, okay.
So you,
I'm sitting over here with my hammer going, up.
yeah.
just like a light.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you,
We'll destroy whatever's inside there.
Like,
Oh,
just-
she's gonna
just
break the
flick
lock.
wrist.
We're
yeah,
gonna
you,
smash the
you
whole
fumble
thing.
with the lock for a few minutes, and finally you hear a satisfying click as it pops open. And inside, you find several things. It's a bit disorganized. There are some old clothes and that sort of thing. And you find another iron key that is shaped differently from the other one.
Is this the
Tiger mouth, tiger mouth.
Yeah, let's go back to the painting.
Wait, there's so much more in here.
Yeah,
Just look at it.
yeah, there is a bag which is immediately magical upon picking it up. It's a bag of holding.
Yes! Bag of holding!
It's a bag of holding, so essentially it's a bag that has a portal to another dimension. You can stow all kinds of stuff in there. You guys can essentially use it as the party inventory. You can stuff stuff in there, and whenever you think about, think about something, you can pull out whatever you're thinking about as long as it's in there.
So if we take out a dragon and we cut off all the
Oh my gosh.
scales.
Guys,
of wine in
Like the
there.
bottles of wine and everything, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can
Do that.
It's essentially a pocket dimension in a bag.
Okay,
So
right now.
All of Russell's
that,
weapons and he's just like
man.
lugging around.
It's probably not going to be cold in
Yeah.
there.
like it's not cold, so if you need to keep something cold, things will rot in it if you try to take like monster parts, harvest monster parts or something.
Would the wine be okay?
The wine would be okay.
Okay.
Like
I don't know how
Right
wine
now.
works, so I thought I'd bring that up.
yeah, it's and
Mouse grabs wine and sticks it in bag.
yeah. So the bag of holding, the other thing you'll want to keep in mind is that there is not oxygen in the bag. Don't crawl in.
Don't crawl in.
Noted.
Don't
Hey,
put our animals
It's
in
in
it.
Samus.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. You could
That's
do it.
like
that's
every
true. You could put some ants in there.
Oh my
Ah,
gosh, can we do
Smash
that?
shut
I
down
go
again.
too.
Dude,
It'd be
next
good.
time
Put 'em in the
Albert's
bag.
like knock him out and just shove him in the
Just
bag and
hide.
take off running.
What was that, Shara?
I could go in there too. I would just hide in that bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And
I can hold my breath for 30 seconds.
there are 3 healing potions in vials inside,
Yes.
and
Not very impressive.
there is a fan, which also, like a paper fan, which seems magical.
Ooh.
It's so fancy.
I don't know
So
where did the
fancy.
where did the player's handbook end
Right
up? Oh, right there. No, it's the DMG that I.
That would still be in the persona bag.
You put that on.
Persona.
Do you steal it? No, check my bag.
Sorry.
We'll send you in with a rope just to make sure we can pull you back out.
Yeah. Let me see if that fan. The fan does not require attunement. So
So that's all for you, my friend.
yeah, it's magical. It doesn't require attunement, but you're not really entirely sure what it does, but you can tell it does something. That's
You want me to make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Since I'm the group's magic user.
Hey, buddy, do you want to check this out for me?
Hey, Sadie, check this out. Okay, 20.
Yeah,
Not natural.
like it is magical.
My unnatural
It
20.
is magical.
It's magical.
Yeah,
Yay!
that's about all you know about it.
Okay.
Like
It
there's,
has magic.
it's not the sort of thing that you'd be able to work out without an identify spell,
Dang it.
or like,
I want that
beyond that.
spell.
or taking it to someone who would be able, like you'd be able to pay someone to identify it for
Oh, we could go.
That's cool.
Oh,
The shop.
yeah, we could go
Yeah.
back to the shop guy.
you. Yeah, you could go
For
speak
sure.
Remember
to
that.
the old wizard. At the shop.
Yes. We have warlock stuff that comes in sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, should we go try that key now, or?
Yes. Let's go try the key.
Okay.
No, no,
and,
no. I want to
Wait,
look
is
at the
there a
book.
door over here?
I want
Is
to
there
see what's up
something
with the
here?
book.
Oh,
You
is
guys
Oh,
this
the
door?
book, yeah.
okay.
Is this a
Make a
door?
history check for me, Shara.
Okay,
Can I
come on,
assist?
not
You can assist
10
if you want. That'll give her
plus
advantage.
2,
Okay.
I think.
I'm
Yeah,
assisting, so
12.
you have advantage.
So roll another 20.
So I rolled a 12.
Roll
on
another.
history.
Roll another one to see if you can get a higher score.
Because you
Oh,
have
okay.
advantage on this since she's assisting.
Oh,
roll-
18
you-
plus 2, 20.
You roll real quick for me to make sure that, because I think you have to succeed on a certain number in order to assist.
18.
Yeah. So what was that, Char?
She got an 18.
Okay.
Total of 20.
Yeah. So you recognize this book. This is like you're not. It's not exactly your sort of reading because this is a book of war tactics. It's Warfare by Blade and Staff, a tactical overview. It's by a dwarven general named Shale Orheaven.
Wow.
And this one happens to be a first edition. It's
Wow.
It's quite a rare
Yes.
find. To the right buyer, this would be worth at least 1,000 gold.
Ooh.
Pocket?
Party funds.
Yeah.
Party funds.
Yeah, I'll put that right
Is
in
it
there.
funds for the party
Awesome.
or a party? Fund?
Yeah. Yes.
Lovely.
I'm on board with that. Let's go.
The mathematician's answer.
Forget this stuff. Let's go party.
I actually wanted to look at the writing desk to kind of rifle through the drawers and see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, it seems to have been stripped of pretty much everything that was once in it. There are a few pens and paper and that sort of thing, but nothing.
I kind
Okay.
of wonder if Karina's. Oh, she probably hasn't been in here actually. If it's been locked and
Yeah.
undisturbed.
Cora
Yeah.
Wing wouldn't have been
Yeah,
able to get in
Cora.
there.
I
There's
called
two
her
other doors
Karina,
in the
didn't
room,
I?
right?
Yeah. What?
There's 2 other doors in the room.
Yes, there's a door on the north side and a door on the left. And you can, since you're on the inside, even though they are locked, you can open them.
Unlock them.
Yeah,
Cool.
And
Forward or left?
you were going to go try that key, weren't
Oh.
you? Like that.
Do you want to try the
Yeah,
key
that's
or
a
the-
good idea
look at
before
the
we
door?
Yeah,
open
let's
up
go try
another
the
door.
key
He
first.
wants us to try the
Fine.
I'm just reminding you because you mentioned it a couple of times and then got sidetracked, so.
So we need to like go
Whoop.
back to the
Yeah, you're the
Whoa! I
left.
think I just left the room on accident.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you moved back into the
There we go.
entryway.
Back.
Yeah, so you guys tried that key and this one doesn't fit either.
I knew it.
And so
Dang it!
Forward or leftward?
Crikey.
I told you I was just
Maybe-
reminding you because you said you wanted to.
Alright,
Okay.
alright.
Well, at least we know.
Yeah.
The more
I
you
could have
know.
told you. Come on.
Yeah.
Are we going
Tell
back?
us more about what, like, this rocks that are at the entrance. Like,
Looks like there's a grand hall entrance. To
That's
the
a
thing.
that's a collapsed passageway that has
Is it caved in?
yeah, it's caved in and crumbled.
So, like, is there
You
a
wanna
risk
take
for
a
us
whack
to,
at it?
like, get caved
No,
You're
in?
I'm just
out
gonna
of it.
cave in
Huh?
further. No, I won't touch that crap.
Is there any indication
Make sure
about
I
how
trust
it caved?
The whole place seems to be pretty worn. It probably just the structural integrity wore down. This place seems to be at least a few hundred years old. And given what she has probably told you at this point about the history of
Yeah.
Ceruvial's battle, that was over 500 years ago. And so this place would have been built before that, presumably. So
Nice.
Okay. North or left?
Left.
Who am I following?
Me.
oh, and
I think I'm the only one that can't see in the dark.
can you add to your inventory 3 bottles of Asurian wine? It's Asurien.
S-U-R-I-N.
Yeah, Asurien. 3 bottles.
Is that the one in stasis?
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding now, since you said you took it.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
The
we did.
bag of holding.
yeah,
Yeah,
these.
Mal's just gonna be
Sweet.
like grabbing all kinds of random
Hey,
things from now on.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like, because Russell and I have
Klepto.
that meeting with people,
Yeah.
so just go in there and start putting everything in that bag and then
Yeah,
run.
seriously, run back to the armory and steal all the weapons, shove them all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead serious, I'm like throwing crap, I'm like, quick, give me the rocks! Ha
Just right onto Mossy's
Is there
back.
anything left in there?
Oh yeah, there's lots
I
of stuff.
think he picked up most of the stuff in there, but there are probably a few odd
Just take-
items.
Just knock some ass out. Still has extra crap. He's like hoarding alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mouse just
Okay.
sticks like this couch thing in there. And just like, what they did later.
Trying to figure
This
out how to
looks
open the
handy.
mouth of the bag of holding wide enough to fit a couch through it.
Go just through
Right,
your left.
yeah.
If that's where you would wish to go.
I would like to rage. But I can't. Ooh, hey.
Oh, look. Ta-da!
Oh, what
north.
Yeah.
Dag nabbit. Okay.
Not straight.
You want to check the upper one?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hallway.
Hallway of Destiny.
Wait, what's the straight?
Oh, yes. There's
Okay,
door
so we
in
just
front
went around. So
Yeah,
what are these
there's-
tapestries on the wall over here?
There's a big heavy door there, yeah.
Ooh. Did you look at it?
Oh, there
the
is a
door
big
locked.
heavy door there. Oh.
That door...
I feel like I got left behind.
Yeah, we opened up the door on the left and are right into the main hall again. We're like,
Yeah.
So we went up, and then there's a big hallway. Right into the main hall again. Oh.
Yeah.
But there's another big door. So
It's just that all three of those doors were locked from the outside. You wouldn't have been able to get into this room from,
I could have smashed it.
or they were locked from the inside and from the outside. You couldn't have gotten through them. Is that door locked? Let me see. Where is...
You can just say no.
I have to find it in my notes. It is a big heavy door, but it is not locked.
Open!
What?
Whoa.
Ooh, I like this room already.
Being right.
Goodness.
Yeah, this is a trophy room. Like a hunting trophy room, contains several
Oh, you get dragon heads and stuff, crap. all over the wall?
taxidermy stuffed creatures. You see a bear, a giant scorpion, a mammoth, a ward,
Mouse
which
takes a scorpion and puts it in a bag.
you wouldn't be able to fit it. It's
it.
too big for the bag of holding. But
How big is this bag?
the bag of holding's opening is probably around like that big at its widest.
You start off
Just walks in the room.
Go
You
make
start
a
at the
party.
tail end and just kind of like break off a leg here. Like,
Go around. What are you doing? Put it back!
yeah.
No,
Just
I don't
no,
know where
no.
I am.
Somebody else carry the bag of holding. What's going on?
Fine.
Yeah.
Where am I indeed? I see a
How
Where
table.
are
did
you?
you get there?
Where?
I see a table with a circle. A table with a circle.
Oh, you're off in the library.
Oh,
Here's it.
have we come in here yet?
No.
Okay, I don't know where I am. I'm just
I'm
trying.
gonna come find you.
Oh, there
I'm
you
just
go. Okay,
trying.
we
Oh,
found
look,
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Up and to the left.
it.
There you go.
What room did you stumble into? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wait,
Whoa.
Is this another door?
Yeah, there's a door up on the north side and two doors along the right side. And they're along the walls there, like, and on the floor you see like a bear, a giant scorpion, a mammoth, a ward, which is sort of like a super wolf kind of like some of the orcs and goblins in Lord of the Rings road wargs.
Yeah.
They're even bigger than dire wolves, and dire wolves are like the size of grizzly bears. So technically, although it's in the middle, that is not really as big as a ward would be.
It's the size of a mammoth. Just couldn't fit it in the same.
And you see the mounted heads of several dire wolves, a wyvern, a mountain goat, a boar, a couple of pairs of antlers, and a tiger.
Quite an accomplished hunter.
It's the eye of the tiger. Do-do-do-do.
Are the doors locked?
None of these doors are locked, no.
Teach him open a door.
Let's go, man.
Which one are you opening first?
I think there's
This one by mouse.
each of us in front of one, like.
Sure. Let's go over with Mouse. She's got the light.
I think a few of us have light now.
Well, some of you have dark vision.
Okay.
She has
Right.
light, but some of you have dark vision.
It's like a kitchen or a forge or something?
Yeah, it's a kitchen.
Or
And
I
there's
just picture Mouse over there in the silver drawer.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
there's
this?
Knives.
yeah, there's like a
Mouse.
there's a wood stove, a big large, big large,
Big, large.
big McLarge huge.
Extra medium.
Roll fizzle beef.
Yeah, there's a large coal-burning brazier that is used for kettles, a couple of tables, various cabinets full of dishes and cooking equipment, some frying pans hanging along the walls.
Oh, frying pans, we need
Can
those.
Mouse grab some of the frying pans?
You can. Those, in fact, if you want to use them as weapons, deal.
I was gonna say
if
tangled all over
If
you.
you're going tangled here,
How many
Those-
fragments?
those deal 1d6 plus strength bludgeoning damage, and so.
How many?
So they would not be very good for me. Because if I got a 1,
Pen.
then I miss.
How much pans are there? Is there more than one?
There are there are 3 big cast iron pans along the upper wall, and on the lower wall there are 4 steel pans that are more like saucepans and less.
So she just
Frying.
grabs like 2 saucepans and 2 frying pans.
You're
Miss
just like
Kit.
going around like, and this, this, this.
Pretty much.
She's from this hour.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
You're actually being
Okay.
Everything's got a price.
So you go to the next place.
Yeah, we have to finish up soon, so let's
Yeah.
Yeah.
explore a little bit more and then.
What door do you want to open next?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. 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 Hold on.
Stand by.
I accidentally selected the wrong thing. And if I had deleted that, then it would have just like opened up the map to you seeing a bunch of stuff that you should not.
Oh.
Fantastic.
So you see a staircase here.
So,
Oh. Are we going up or down?
It's going down.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't think we want to go down yet.
Not quite yet.
I want to go down.
You want to go
I
down?
want to go down.
Okay.
I don't yet.
Let's see. Where's move your token to where you're not like on top of anything. And I will go to the token layer so I can grab you and move you if you're gonna go down.
Okay.
And I have to zoom out.
Should we follow her just in case they.
Nope, she's wandering off her own.
Are
She's
you in
out-
trouble?
in her. She's by herself. I want to open this door.
Oh crap!
You were off on the right side of the map.
Well, should we down? Holy
Oh,
cow!
jeez.
Okay.
You zoomed out too far.
I zoomed out too far.
And it's not a very big space that you were looking at.
I want to pan. Pan me this way. And up, I guess? No? Down?
That was it.
Where am I?
You zoomed in really far. There you go.
There I am.
There you are.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Dumbwaiter.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there.
Uh,
It appears to be a dead end. You're not entirely clear.
Up here.
Can I do... Can I do an investigation check to see if there's anything along the walls or...
Sure.
Well, I just got a 19 as that fell out of the... Huh?
Shouldn't we like
No.
good citizens go down there with her?
I'm waiting for a monster to jump out. Then I'll come
18?
right down the stairs.
18.
Yeah, the walls seem to be pretty bare. And it's not like it's collapsed. This is actually walled in. Are you still just standing on the stairs there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check
Yeah.
to see if maybe it's like an optical illusion kind of thing, like
Yeah.
kind of hallucinatory
Just sprint
terrain
towards the
or
wall.
something? What'd you go?
Platform 9 3/4.
8.
Yeah, there's nothing apparently magical around here.
All right, I'm gonna head back.
Okay.
Should we check this last door and then call it good?
Yeah.
I will
Good call.
And hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks we can do our next game.
Yeah.
move you back
Yeah.
over.
Should we try the? Did you say you try the other door?
Which door are you checking now?
Where wasn't
That bottom right one.
This right here.
Bottom
Is
right
it-
one
so-
in the
so
trophy
nothing
room?
happened?
Or
Nope, nothing
Okay.
happened. It's just dead end over there.
let me get zoomed in.
Suspicious.
Did you poke
Right.
the wall?
And
No, I didn't punch a wall.
You should have poked it. You don't have to.
I'm not strong enough to punch the wall, even if I wanted to.
You got a hallway.
I can't move. Just a second.
In the hallway.
Oh,
Ooh,
with a
there's
doorway.
Nope.
And more stairs.
Do these go up or down?
they go down.
And an infinity line.
Looks like there's a door on this left.
Yeah.
There is a door, yes.
Can we open this one last door and then?
That door
Okay.
is unlocked.
Okay. Where's it going?
Just one more door.
And then
Yeah.
One more door.
Back to the
The
kitchen.
kitchen.
We're very thorough, you guys.
Yeah.
It pays off.
Can see.
Can we check downstairs real quick?
I have to use the restroom real quick.
And then actually maybe we should just call it good. Because we gotta get a save, we gotta get through that.
Can you guys see that light shining off of the corner?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
I haven't been down here. This is the restroom right here?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. That's the...
That's the kitchen again? Okay.
Yep.
Well, we're like right at the top of the map, so I mean it's not like it's too too scary at this point.
We open the door like a werewolf just like sticks its like claws
Okay.
through.
You were saying.
I think we found Cora.
I don't know. We've got this whole other half, like where you were,
Yeah.
running around.
Over by the library and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. But it seems like we've hit some good stuff, except for where all these keys are going.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's good we did this tonight because like we're taking like.
Oh look, I found a crack in the map.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much like everyone found like cool magic stuff.
No, I got my
Yay!
Except for me.
sucker. You can still rustle shovel.
You want to borrow my bow?
Nobody touching my siege hammer. Siege maul.
I got an awesome war book.
I think you're the only one who can lift your siege hammer.
Okay, hold on to this for me.
Oh, I think I forgot to say...
Captain America.
I think I found a crack in the map.
Yeah, I see that. I see the little beams of light.
You broke our reality.
Let me check my notes. I think I forgot something out in that one corridor.
Trap. Well good.
The one where I was?
No, the one between the
Big
trophy
long
room and the royal bedchamber.
Okay.
Find it in the notes. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. You made a perception check outside one of those doors in there, didn't you? I think.
Traps.
Yeah, checking for traps.
Mm-hmm.
So, back in that hallway between the royal bedchamber and the trophy room, you actually would have heard that there was a steady mechanical noise that was actually directional. Like, you could pick up where it was coming from. It wasn't quite like the normal mechanical noise that you heard. It was actually coming from, like, the right side of that corridor down there.
Yeah. Ooh.
The right side, the dead end side?
Yes.
Ooh.
Where was this?
Zafine
Okay.
is in front of it right now.
Yeah. Right over here.
So yeah, from the direction of that wall, you can hear some of the mechanical kind of slight clinking and grinding.
Interesting.
I wonder if it's like...
So over in this right corner is where, like, on the map, where the cavern was. So all of that bottom corner isn't just empty space, at least for part of it. But there is some room to the right of the map still. Should we investigate it?
Wonder how thick those walls are.
Or should we
Oh!
hang out in the end of the hall and
Oh,
call it
snap.
good since we're to time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably.
Yeah, I probably ought to call it.
You can investigate it if you want.
Yeah, we could do one quick investigation. Dude.
I'm terrible at investigating.
On what?
Is that perception?
Investigation
Wow.
would be what you do.
Oh, can I do that also? Where'd my green die go?
I don't know.
Investigation
Oh,
is
it's by your knee.
-1, so good luck everybody else.
Yeah. You can try it. Like, even if you fail, it doesn't hurt you. It just means you don't find anything.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, natural 20. Oh wait. Oh, it's a natural 20.
Go, Daniel!
Well, since you got to it first, let's say
Yeah.
it's
So
actually
you have your
Tamati
hammer.
that...
Yeah, you have your hammer, you slip, you hit yourself.
I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Can I
Yeah,
see?
Yeah, you,
Sweet.
Awesome!
You were like looking at it to see if
I
you
did
could
good.
hit it.
I did good.
Way to go, big man.
Yeah,
Grandpa's
you can tell that
I think you missed it.
I missed something.
hammer. By Graftar's hammer.
Yeah, you can tell that, like, you're a little surprised that you're the one that notices this, but you can tell that this wall appears to have been constructed more recently than the rest of it. It's
Smash it with a hammer!
Smash it with the hammer.
So the question
Or
is,
smash it next time.
do we smash it now, or do we wait until next time?
my recommendation is that you smash it now, just because I know what's behind it.
Smash
So
it now.
I want to-
Oh,
Well, in that case...
All right. I'm not going to make you roll for that. It's a wall. You're not going to have a real tough time hitting a wall. And
I don't know, some of these rolls. And...
Yeah, you feel like this cement and like vibrate your hand.
yeah, you smash it, and the stones just sort of fly inward, and you see some of them crumble into a large bit of mechanism.
Crap. Crumble into? Does that mean like I'm going to start stopping
Yeah,
wheels and crap?
these gears are moving right now. They are turning. These are huge, continuously turning gears. On the smaller inner one, you can see a very complex set of magical sigils.
Mitsubishi, I know that symbol.
Ooh. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can read them?
You can give it a shot.
Okay, real quick.
And smaller sigils do occasionally pass by
Nope.
on the ring gear as well. No. Yeah, you
Nope,
don't.
It's
natural
just
one.
spinning too fast for you.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, you're not familiar.
I'm getting dizzy.
Well, the rest of us can still try.
Yeah, you're not familiar with it, but some smaller sigils do occasionally pass by on the ring gear as well, but they are only every few feet on it, as opposed to this one, which is sort of plastered with it.
I'm going to roll for investigation.
Okay.
Come on, 20.
Worked so well
19!
last time.
Not bad! So 18.
Yeah, with the with
I got it out.
Pain hurts.
with the light from Mouse's torch, you kind of glance down between the gears, and you. It's poorly lit, but you can see other gears and shafts just barely between those gaps. This seems to go down a long ways. There is a lot of machinery here, and there's. You're not familiar with the sigils, but there's that, like, you can tell it's magical as crap. It's just
Holy God!
Did he do an Arcana check?
he did an investigation.
I did
Can I
Arcana.
try
and
Arcana, I
I
guess?
failed.
Yeah, you can give it a try.
Ooh, nice, good.
Nice.
Did you get a natural 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so magical.
Dang it.
No, you are. Yeah, you.
That's what magic is, okay?
Yeah, you can recognize that this appears to be some kind of continuation of the summoning spell that is linked to that medallion elsewhere.
Man, this is some psycho
Yeah.
little woman.
Oh,
She's in
Like it
mechanical
is.
gears and
Yeah, there is some kind of summoning spell that is spanning the machinery across this entire
like a clock?
place.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is
like
where
the
Russell's skills will
the
come in handy.
machinery
but
is like, you suspect that she built this because it's clockwork, essentially. It's gears and stuff, but
Right.
cool. Well, should we call it good here?
yep.
Yeah.
Guys, this is awesome.
From the gear group.